going to go live. And I want to welcome everybody to Wi-Fi Wednesdays. My name is Kevin Z. I am founder and CEO of MyWiFi Networks. And we meet here on Zoom and in the Facebook group every single week to talk about your questions. I do some sales training, and it's also home of the 30-day Wi-Fi challenge that is about to get a major upgrade. Those who've been paying attention to some of the messages, we have some incredible new announcements and features to launch very soon. I'm going to give a little tease about that at the end of today's call, but I can assure you we are going to sharpen and perfect the sales process for Wi-Fi marketing to really streamline your onboarding, streamline your devices, your campaigns, streamline the entire process, essentially, of bringing on and managing clients, which is ultimately going to help you guys sell more, make more money, and be really happy. So all that being said, I want to dive into some of the boring stuff this week because, as you know, we had a huge update last week, and it was all about the GDPR. It's a European mandated compliance. So as of last Friday, May 25th, MyWiFi Networks is now GDPR compliant. Now, what does that mean for you? If you are in the EU, pay careful attention. If you're not located in the EU, I mean, you also have to listen to this if you do serve any EU customers. But generally speaking, if you don't really have to worry about this. But now all European locations have GDPR enabled by default. So all your locations now are mandated by our new GDPR rules. You cannot turn that off if you have a European location. This includes both existing and new locations in Europe. Now, when a guest opts out of your marketing, there's no data saved and the automations are disabled. So it actually is another question that's asked to a user. Do you want to receive any marketing? Do you want to join our newsletter? However you're planning to use that, it has to be as transparent as possible. You have to be honest and let the user know, the guest Wi-Fi user know how you're going to use their data. If they click no, we don't save the data, we anonymize the data, and we disable the automations. If they click yes, it's all good. Normal business as usual. So it's not the end of the world here. It's just a matter of being compliant and being honest and upfront with your customers. Okay. And also we have a guest link to opt out or request their data profile information. So we recently published this, and I can show it to you guys as well. But something to mention, it is your legal responsibility to be GDPR compliant. Okay, we're not lawyers. We don't actually account for your legal actions in any way whatsoever. We have a platform. We provide the platform to you. It is your responsibility as companies, as organizations, as entrepreneurs to be compliant. We provide you with all the rules and all the tools and everything you need to be compliant, but ultimately, it's your job to make sure that you follow those rules, okay? Now, something specific that I want to share with you is inside our members area. We have a new section here called Privacy and Compliance. Okay, if you click on that, you're going to have a whole bunch of information about privacy and compliance. Now, I'm going to run through these very quickly. I did last week, but some of it's been updated, so I want to make sure that everybody knows what to look for in here. If you want to know what this is all about, privacy, compliance, and consent, click on that first article. As far as the new features, so here are how the new features work. You have an opt-in consent form. So now if you enable this inside your campaign, to do this or that or whatever it is, they have the option to choose yes or no. If they click yes, all good. If they click no, we take different actions depending on whether or not you are GDPR compliant or not. If they click no, we don't also allow you to do automations on any platform, but we still save the data if you're not GDPR compliant. If that makes sense to you, great. If not, you can read through these articles and everything is well detailed. Okay, so how to turn this on in your My Campaign, on Advanced, on your opt-in form. You can put whatever you want in there, and then it will be enabled on your campaign. Okay, a separate new feature is the GDPR compliant. Hold on one sec. Just let me go back here. So the GDPR compliance function. So if you enable this in your campaign, it's enabled by default on your location. But for whatever reason, if you also wanted to make a campaign compliant regardless of location, so if you're expecting a busload of European delegates to your North American hotel and you know that there's going to be a bunch of Europeans in there for the weekend, you can turn this on your campaign or make a European campaign with this enabled, and then this will enable GDPR compliance on just that campaign regardless of location. Okay, and this goes into more detail that when somebody connects that is GDPR compliant, we actually put a little seal under their profile. So according to the law, you have to prove that they are compliant. This is your proof. If anything happens, obviously, that that person opted in, exactly the time they opted in, the fact exactly what they said, or if they opted out as well, it'll show if they opted in or opted out in your profile. Okay, so make sure if you are using the GDPR function, you have that enabled, you go through that. And then finally, we also added the My Profile opt-out and data deletion function. So this is a form that users can visit to update their information. Now, everybody has this form. So just to show you, the generic link is securewifi-login.com/myprofile/index. Okay. Now, securewifi-login.com is replaced with each channel partner's portal domain. So if you have your own white label portal, it's yourportal.com. So whoever, your Wi-Fi portal.com/myprofile/index. Sometimes if you want, you can, make your main domain /opt-out or whatever and forward it to your domain. Essentially what this looks like, if I click on it, it is a form where I enter my guest data. And if I type in whatever, my form, it's going to tell me that if that exists, if your data is found in our database, we will send you an email. Okay, it doesn't validate or tell you whether or not it actually is found or not, which is a security thing. But what happens is if a user would go through that and they'd request their information and get this, enter their name or email, how I just did over there. This is how email looks. This is how phone number looks. Now, what happens is you get that confirmation. Okay, and then by email, you get an email that looks like this. So the email says, hello, you're receiving this data because you requested to view your data, and you have a button inside your email. So this is how we validate your phone number are going to get this link to access their profile. Okay, you can use this regardless of GDPR. If anybody wants to opt out of any of your programs, you can put this on the footer of your emails. If they don't want to receive emails anymore, or anybody who's requesting this can now have this in their dashboard. Now what happens is if you open up this profile and you look at the users, you're going to see a few views. You're going to see the sample user. So this is a sample user that is all good. So this user that's their name. They opted in. You have their real email address, their MAC address, the time that they opted in, and the area code or actual the time zone where they opted in. You can then choose some actions. If you click on show visits, it'll show the visits, the actual mobile device, the operating system version, the browser version. So this is more ammunition you have. In addition to all this, like Mozilla, you have the Apple WebKit, exactly all the details of that individual user. So they have the option to delete that if they want. They have the option to opt out. So if they click on opt out and yes, I'm sure I want to opt out, they then can turn into an opt out form where their email is still there, but they will not receive messages from the system. And then finally, if somebody is opted out, everything will be blurred out and all anonymized. And you can do that. They can also delete their data. And this goes into more information about how we actually permanently delete the data. That is not reversible. So be very careful with that feature. Okay, we also have way more information about our data and protection, our privacy, our guest Wi-Fi terms. If anybody asks, is this legit? How does this work? Well, you can show them this animated GIF that actually shows that users are forced to accept our terms and our privacy policy. I've also included that here below. If you want to take this and send it to your lawyer to make changes specific to you, feel free to take this and copy it and then use the custom legal inside your campaigns. And then everything is here, code of conduct, what you can, what you can't do, the liability disclaimer and limitation for you guys as well as partners that you're not responsible on how your clients use it, but ultimately you guys have to make sure that your partners use it properly. This is the same terms that will be dynamically updated. It is dynamically updated inside your dashboard with your company name. But again, prefacing this, just want to be very clear that, and I actually say it over here, and I want to read this to you guys because we're not lawyers. I don't know where you're watching this webinar. We have people from all over the world. So again, it is required that channel partners include a legally equivalent version of this terms of service where it's replaced by your company name. And as legal requirements change from network to network, it's your responsibility to make sure that those are all up to date. So that is that, and how this looks from people logging in. They can click yes or no. This is all custom branded. I just ran through how this works, where you find the opt-in form and the compliance option. There's a little close-up on that. And then if you want to use it without the GDPR compliance, you can still use this opt-in form to get extra confirmation from users who are connecting. And all users right now in Europe are forced, so they actually have this button over here that is on by default. Okay, so again, you must follow these rules if you are in the EU. If not, all these guidelines I just showed you are in the support desk. If not, no worries. This is all new features for you. Okay, we also have recurring commissions like I talk about every week. If you want to refer anybody to us, you can get recurring commissions for life using a little affiliate tab on the top of your dashboard. And coming soon, I was really hoping to have this ready by today. I was told that it could be any moment now. And if you guys saw me in the Facebook group, and I just want to pull up the post that I'm referring to here. Okay. So let me just open up a new tab. And inside the MyWiFi members group, I made a post the other morning. Actually, there's me live as we go. So this is the post, and I just want everybody to see this, okay? So because I'm serious about this, like, we maintain this group. I work really hard. We spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, I would say, almost on a yearly basis in costs for us to maintain this for you. I work day and night on this, and I want to make sure that the people in this group and everybody who's paying attention and everybody who's in for the ride is focused. Because I'm not going to accept any kind of like half-focused effort or like maybe here, maybe do it tomorrow kind of thing. Like, if you want to be successful in Wi-Fi marketing, I'm giving you literally the entire business. For min $300 a month, you can run your entire Wi-Fi marketing business. I don't know how, but any franchises or businesses that you can run, especially using your own brand, full service SaaS, software as a service is what SaaS is for those who don't know. But it's the biggest thing and the best way to make recurring revenue these days. And I don't want to, I'll say it, I don't want to waste my time with people who are not serious about social Wi-Fi marketing. Okay, so I'm going to read this post to you. Those who missed it, I haven't done this in a long time, but I want to weed out the people in this group who just creep and haven't engaged in a while. And you guys know who you are. If you're watching this video and you haven't made a comment in forever, I'm talking to you. Okay, we're about to launch some new insanely amazing sales wizards. I'm going to show you that in just a second, and tools that will be your unfair advantage when selling social Wi-Fi. I'm telling you, like, nobody on the Yelp side, Zenry side are going to be able to touch you with these sales tools, especially the fact that, it's all pretty much automated and then helps you bring in that recurring revenue. So it's really that good. I'm not going to give this to everybody, okay? The requirements that I have on this, number one, more than anything, you need to be committed. Number two, you need to be ready to sell. So I say it here, if you love social Wi-Fi marketing, love the community aspect and the engagement that this Facebook group gives, and you want early access to the new features, you need to, number one, be ready to sell. So you got to type that in there and you can see, a bunch of people here are ready to sell. We got a whole bunch of previous comments, a waterfall of these comments. And so I'm going to be looking for you to actually show me that you're ready to sell. And it's not just, having your comment there. Okay. It's being on a legacy plan. So in order to get this functionality, you have to have a device that's live, or the intent, or put a device live by the time you go live, and also be willing to get out there and really push it hard. Because everybody here, I know Kevin Churchman and Nick. We actually just talked about Nick. Actually, I was just on a call with the Get 5 Stars guys, and we have some new integrations all along the board that we're going to be sharing, and we're really about to take all of this to the next level. So we are going to drop it like it's hot real soon. But honestly, guys, like, I'm not going to give this to everybody. I think there's a lot of people in this group that are like kind of riding on a free, $0 a month plan, and all's good, but you only have that one device and you're only going to be as big as that one device. So I'm going to, really give back to those who have invested in us, the ones that are ready to sell, the ones that are ready to get out there. I'm going to be launching some brand new features coming soon. So check this out. My dev guys are probably going to kill me for sharing this early because I really wanted to surprise all you guys with this. But take a look at some of the new stuff that we are prepared to launch. And where is this? I'm going to just get that over here. I think it's hiding. Maybe it's hiding behind over here. And check out the kind of stuff that we're going to be launching for you. So we are launching what's called a widget or a wizard. So this is going to be an embeddable form that you can place onto your website. It is responsive. It works great. So this is something that you can add as a sales/lead gen tool to your own websites. Okay, you paste the name of your business. Let's say it is American Airlines. All right, you get all their information scraped. No, I don't say scraped, but taken from Facebook, including their website. So you can correct this if it's wrong, or you can notify them to fix this if it's wrong, because I think that went to a complaint line. But you have everything over here. You have the address, and this is great for any local business as well. That's all pre-populated. Then you go into a wizard, where this is where a user can very simply, we kind of stripped a lot of the features where they can very simply choose what they want this to be called. So let's say, let's call it free Wi-Fi. Let's make our text color red, and let's make our background blue, however we want to do it. Let's do like a light blue. And this is somebody actually, getting a feel, oh yeah, I'd love to have a login page like this. And then they can see step 2 is the success page. We actually are still improving this. We're going to have the like box there and stuff. And then also when they redirect, we're going to have a picture of this actual URL loaded here, so they get a really good idea. What happens when people connect? They log in, then they see a success or thank you page, then they get redirected to your page. Does that look great? Yeah, cool, let's proceed. And then we actually bring them right to a lead gen form that gets put right into your sales CRM. Okay, that's it. That's the only tease I'm going to show you guys right now. We have that on steroids. We have like a crazy another level that we're going to add to that, but that is like the high level stuff. So again, you can get on the early bird list. You can be the first people to access that new Facebook group, Ready to Sell. So I want to see you guys right over here. There it is. So Ready to Sell. You have to be on an MSP or legacy plan. And then as soon as we are done, we actually are going to give you guys early access to this and also give you a private training session where I help show you how to use that new widget and new wizard to automate your onboarding, your sales process. And honestly, there's no looking back after this. You're really going to get out there and be able to totally crush it with Wi-Fi. So that being said, do you guys have any questions I can answer right now, or anything I can get into specific to social Wi-Fi marketing? And feel free to use the question chat box or the chat to ask me a question. Yes, so you can use GDPR. Mike's asking, could you use GDPR as a selling point? 100%. You can do that exactly the same way. You can promote that you are GDPR compliant. Just again, make sure that you speak to a lawyer. You have the specific privacy policy terms depending on what country you are in Europe, or how you exactly are going to be managing that. Every network is unique. Everything is on a case-by-case basis. So that is why you obviously have to call your own counsel on it. Yes, we also have some PowerPoints coming soon. We actually held that off because we wanted to work really hard on creating that wizard, and that wizard will be launched first. And then we're going to do some presentations that help show people how to use that as part of your sales process. Yeah, if you are a current member, inside your dashboard on the top, there's a link for your affiliate link. If you have any questions about the program, just chat with support and we can help you out there. And you don't need to click on becoming a new affiliate. It is automatically enabled if you are a current partner of ours inside the dashboard on the top. Just click on affiliate and you'll have that opening up right there. Yeah, no problem, Glenn. I will just let support know and we'll take care of you. All right, anybody have any other questions I can get to right now? So question, where to buy additional Wi-Fi devices? You can go to the shop. There's a link on the top of the dashboard, or you and on that page you can find the social powered hotspots. These are $49 with free shipping on orders of $99 or more. So that's where you buy these devices. For example, if you add 3 to your cart, you will go through for $147. That is shipped to your door. There really is no better deal. I'm getting charged tax here because I'm located in Canada on this IP address. But if I was shipping this to the United States, you'll see that I'm not paying tax at all. That is flat fee, and it also includes free shipping with this deal. So that's where you pick up new devices in the dashboard. They don't come with our branding at all. So they are sold as social Wi-Fi social Wi-Fi powered hotspots. Social powered Wi-Fi hotspots. Sorry, a little tongue twist. But that's the brand, and we recommend getting your own stickers or putting it on it so that it looks like your brand 100%. So questions, if you were on a legacy plan, but you are not on a legacy plan anymore, there's no access to these new sales tools, especially the widget. Unfortunately, I'm only going to be rewarding those who are serious about social Wi-Fi. I mean, you might get it eventually, but I really want to focus this next feature push on those who want to scale, who are serious about selling, because I think there's no reason why anyone who has access to this program shouldn't have at least a device or a couple clients live. You just got to get out there and do it. And obviously, once you get out there and do it, I'll help you scale it, but I can't help you motivate yourself. Question, if client wants a DIY option, do you configure the terms of service to indicate their business name? Yeah, Don, it all depends on how you are setting that up. So if you are putting it on under their account, you want their legal name to be in there because people are connecting to their location, I'd recommend that. It all depends on what you are doing with the data, who will have access to that, and who, really, who has the data ultimately determines who the privacy policy is between. So you want to make sure you use the legal name of that company or that client or that local business in that field. Well, you guys can see I have plenty of windows open. So if you are a new member, the best way to get started is to run through the members area. There's a link at the top of the page when you log in, and go to the top and go to members area and browse those videos. That's definitely the best place to start. And then separate, once this wizard is launched, I'm going to be going through some getting started training, like I mentioned, the new 30-day Wi-Fi challenge using this new tool. Okay, so in the first 3 months, if you just signed up with us, you're on a legacy plan, right? So you have access to everything. After that, if you decide to go down to a free plan, it's not the same. We can't offer you the same service, but you don't pay us. That doesn't make sense as a business to do. So obviously those who go back or want to be on an MSP or a legacy plan will have access to this brand new widget. But I will be sharing some other cool tools with everybody as well. So not everybody misses out. Even if you're on a free plan, you'll still get access to some of our other new cool wizards. Question, you don't need the hardware in hand to close deals. What I recommend is make some previews for some of your clients, even generate some CRM previews using the Facebook tool, put their Facebook name in there, get a URL, take a screenshot of that, whatever. That's all you need to sell. You don't need, you don't need any of that other stuff. You don't need a device in hand. You don't need to show a live 4G, USB, modem, live, it doesn't matter. You can literally get the clients on board. You can get them excited for you to actually come in there when they pay you to put that device in there, or they sign up for a free trial with a hardware deposit, something like that. That's a great model to do. And after that, they won't want to unplug it because you're generating leads. Question from David. Yeah, so I'm going to give a window of about a week or so to get onto a legacy or paid MSP plan. And once you are on that plan, I will get you on the early bird list. You actually will get access to it before next Wednesday, which is the pretty cool thing. It's going to be a surprise that I'm going to hook up everybody that is on one of those paid plans. You're going to get a surprise email at some point in the next little while. Before next Wednesday is the only thing I'll tell you. And you'll get access to this wicked new feature that we are going to launch that will, it actually will, probably the biggest thing that we've ever launched when it comes to selling. I think the next biggest thing was the automatic Facebook preview. This is on the same level as that, as far as how much it'll mean to your business. Yeah, Marty, we have some of the comprehensive training courses. I recommend starting with the 30-day Wi-Fi challenge that's on the top of the Facebook group, that video there. And I will be doing a more succinct, 2-day boot camp that is, meant in, you don't have to spend 30 days. It's just, 2 hours for 2 days, and you'll learn everything you need to know to at least get your first sale and maintain that. But like I said, I'm waiting for these new wizards to be launched because that's going to help automate the whole process. Before, you guys know, you had to add a location, then you had to add a device, then you had to add a campaign, then you had to assign the campaign to the location. It works, but it was a little bit tedious. So we're going to fix that problem by making a 1, 2, 3 in one punch. You'll be able to knock out 3 tasks, and that'll help automate your business and help streamline your whole onboarding process. So that's why I'm so excited about it. And if you guys have sold before, and those especially who have clients, that how great it is, obviously, to close deals and make recurring revenue. But second to that, if there was a way to streamline your onboarding process where you can bang off the location, device, and campaign setup in one, that's a no-brainer. So you still have time. I'm going to leave this window open for you to get early access to this. And then obviously at some point down the road, we'll launch it to everybody, but I don't know when and if that will be. You'll just have to be on a plan to find out. Question, is there a strategy for targeting Yelp customers? 100%. Ask them if they want to share all of their customer information with Yelp. Okay, I'll repeat that. Ask your clients, or if they say Yelp Wi-Fi, go to the business owner and say, hey, do you know that every time a customer connects to your network, Yelp is sharing your information or taking your information, taking a copy of that, and then potentially also remarketing against your competition? I mean, I don't know what Yelp is doing. I mean, don't hold me up on that. I don't know, but I know that Yelp does build profiles, and they have some audiences, and they let people buy ads from them. So why not let a competitor buy against your customers if Yelp is making money? It's part of their longer term strategy. It's not part of the business's long term strategy to promote their competition to their customers. So that is what you need to say and educate them, that you're independent. And the reason that that is a benefit to them is that you are on their side. You're not sending your data to ZenReach or to Yelp or to some other company that has powered by and really forces you to do this stuff in their realm. This is you're the white label, and ultimately you are in control of that relationship. And that is something that they'll even probably pay you a premium for, because you're going to take the time to learn their business. You're going to set up their marketing strategy, their Facebook retargeting, their email marketing, and that's why they're going to pay you thousands of dollars a month, because it's a different service. So question again, what do you need to do to get the wizard? You need to be on a MSP or on a legacy plan. So it's a minimum $300 a month plan with us, and you will get hooked up with all of these features at no extra cost. If you have any questions specific to your plan or upgrading your plan or how that's going to work, if you're on a special plan, chat with support and just ask your questions, and we are here to help. All right, any other questions I can get to now? Question about a new process of getting Facebook apps approved. There is no new process. It is just keeping things simple. Don't ask for the birthday, because they're scrutinizing that a lot. So if you want to go through the hoops and do that, that's cool. But if you want instant approval, don't ask for birthday. Just go with the vanilla, like the raw profile, public profile setup, and it's instant approval. So anybody, if you have clients that are either very traditional, that are ancient, or don't believe in social networks, and if they have any concerns about Facebook, I don't want people taking my Facebook info, like, just turn Facebook off. So go email only, or if they're super ultra paranoid and they don't even want to collect information, and they are, not marketing savvy and don't care about making money, then you can just use the free Wi-Fi, the purple button option, where they just pass right through and they maybe see an ad. That's up to you guys. But if you have any concerns about a tie-in with Facebook, if people are like, what about this Cambridge Analytica thing? Like, people are just highly uneducated into what the actual Facebook tie-in and the actual thing is. If they're paranoid, cool. I don't mean to make fun of them. It's just like, it's just not, it's major misinformation. So if you want to educate them and they're still stubborn and they don't want to give in, just turn Facebook off. You don't have to use Facebook. Solution, problem solved. Yes, I'm still going to be doing the mini webinar, and I have some automation training as well. I owe you guys a couple things on that end. I did not forget about all that. I just really wanted to bang through some of this new features and functionality, because it's going to be core and integral to helping automate it. To be honest with you, I had a whole course ready to go. I was going to start by doing a webinar and sales training step by step. Then I'm like, shit, I think the problem here is not the sales process. Everything's all good. I think where a lot of people were falling down is you were confident that you'd open up the dashboard, and then all of a sudden you would not be confident anymore, because there was too many things to do. You had to do a location. What about devices? What about campaigns? All these questions, right? So I'm speaking to the minority of the people who were feeling overwhelmed with the dashboard. That ultimately was the reason why many were not getting out there and selling. I think addressing that, and by automating that, and by creating a step-by-step wizard to accomplish that in a fellow swoop, then it's about getting out there and selling. And once you get the sale, going back to your office or doing it on the road and setting things up 1, 2, 3 in our dashboard as a wizard, and then being able to just plug in the device and that's it. There's nothing to assign. There's no more other things to remember to do. It is all plug and play. So if you want to we actually have a whole bunch of airports that we operate and shopping malls. If you are talking to airports or shopping malls, we have some questions to ask listed in our members area. It's called Key Questions to Ask, also in support, I believe. What you want to do is find out what hardware they're using, find out if they have any existing traffic numbers that'll help you price their model out. And in addition to that, scope all that, and then usually it's Aruba or OpenMesh or Meraki or any of those, and you integrate seamlessly. You don't have to get additional hardware. You just plug into the cloud. We have all the cloud integrations explained inside our support desk, in addition to a new device wizard that makes it very easy to add devices to your dashboard. Curtis has a question about AdSense. When you want to validate what web page the ad is running on, you want to use your portal. So it's going to be whatever your portal page is. You have to be white labeled to enable your portal. Once you have your portal URL, you want to use that URL because that is that's where customers are going to see the ad. You can find previous recordings for Wi-Fi Wednesdays inside the Facebook group. I recently saw that Facebook had this new thing. They can turn the group into like a social training, social learning thing. So I think it's buggy, but as soon as that's done, I'm going to be able to bucket all of these replays in there, and then you'll be able to watch those in an organized fashion. All right, last call for any questions. Obviously, if you have any questions after we drop off this call, you can just ask them to support anytime. All right, I guess that is it. So if you have any questions from here, use that little bubble. Try to keep every topic in one conversation just to streamline things for everybody, make everyone's life easy. And we're always here to help. So please chat with our support team. And again, thanks to everybody who is watching this live, watching the replay, who's a partner, who signed up with us. Maybe you're not using us anymore. Maybe you are. Hopefully you are. But I can assure you, I'm going to reward the users that are using the platform, that are on the MSP legacy or higher. You're going to get access to awesome new things, such as this cool wizard that I'm going to tease you guys for one final second. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to. I'm just going to wait until you get it in your accounts and you'll be able to see it live in your own dashboards. On that note, take care, everyone. I will do another video when I launch that to show everybody how that wizard works. Until then, I will talk to you guys soon. Take care, everyone. See ya.